services which cost money, and if you decide you don't need them, you have to be very rude and insistent to make them stop. And so don't get signed up in the first place. Well, I had accepted a subscription to Scrshin, I don't know how you pronounce that, this .com, because they promised identity theft protection and free access to my FICO scores and credit reports and things like that. A few months ago, I decided that I was paying too much for it, so I called in to cancel at that time, and they talked me into continuing at a reduced price. They cut the price about in half. But then I realized last month that everything that I was paying them $17 a month for, $16.95 to be exact, I was getting for free from other financial services. So I had no reason even to pay that amount. So early this month, in early June 2020, I called to cancel my paid subscription. The person I spoke with argued with me, contending for all their great products, but all of which I get for free elsewhere. Finally, he said I'd have to call back a second time later in the billing period. Well, I was kind of perturbed that I couldn't do it, but I went ahead and hung up, left it at that, and then called back again on June 19th, 2020, 2 days before the end of the billing period. And I spoke with Todd, T-O-D-D, and he resisted even more strenuously. I insisted 3 or 4 times. He said he would go ahead and do the cancellation, but then came back to argue some more. Then when he said he'd close the account, I stated that there would be a survey afterward, as the menu at the beginning had said, and he'd have to hang up so I could do the survey. So he said he would hang up right now, his words. But then it went off again on for something I wondered if it was actually to close the account, that he hadn't done that. Then he came back again, and I repeated to him, I reminded him that for me to take the survey, he would have to hang up. Once again, he said he was doing so right now. And then after going through that again, and him coming back and saying the third time that he was going to hang up right now when I was insisting, I reminded him that he had twice before said he was going to hang up right now, but neither right now was right then. So he did a little bit more grousing, but finally he hung up. And then I got to the survey. It was only one question. Was he easy to understand? Well, yes, we did have an excellent phone connection. That was the one thing I could say on the survey. He was easy to understand with an excellent telephone connection.
What are your next steps? What are you going to do next?
Well, I verified that their charge did not post to my credit card after the end of the billing period. So it appears that we really are, I really am disconnected from Scrshin or whatever it is. So I don't have to do anything more. I figured posting this review on your website on PissedConsumer.com would get the point across as much as I wanted to at that time. So there's if I had the opportunity to impress upon them something more, it was that they need to change their procedures so that it happened to me twice, 3 times actually, if I count the first call a few months ago, and that is not acceptable. They need to stop doing that to me.
Do you have some message for other customers who use this their services right now, or maybe will do this in the future?
Well, I would say, first of all, do not sign up for it, not even the $1 trial subscription. Because if you sign up for it and you decide you don't want to pay for it, you don't want to continue, they would have to jump through all the same hoops that I had to jump through. However, if they already have the subscription and they don't want to continue paying for it, they have 2 options. One is to call them and be adamant, insist, do not let the person get away with anything. I did that the 3rd time, and I counted the time it took me 15 minutes to get the point across that I was not going to accept a continued subscription and get it canceled. Figure that they would have to be rude and mean and spend that amount of time in order to deal with these people. The other option is to call whatever credit card they are charging the charge on and have the credit card put a stop on the charges.